What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Monster Roast. Me, Danny. Today, I am back with another video, another reaction video, and today is going to be special. You might be wondering why it's special. That's because this is my 100th reaction video. And I don't know why I said it like that. Reaction video. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah. Today is actually my 100th reaction video, and a lot of people at my school have been telling me to check out on this one channel that's kind of like Wanty Entertainment or Llama Arts or whatever. They tell true stories, but they're so ridiculous. They're like so funny. And I looked it up. It was called Share My Story. I looked it up, and this is the first thing that pops up. It's called Allergic to Sweat. I'm all like, what? How could you be allergic to sweat? I'm sweating right now. If I was allergic to sweat, I'd be dead before I was even born. But yeah, we're gonna see how this girl is even alive right now. It's by a channel called Share My Story. A lot of people have been telling me that they post ridiculous videos. They're so bad that they're so funny. But yeah, let's see if that's true. I mean, I didn't already tell by the title, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Allergic to sweat, you say? In 3, 2, 1, play.
I had a huge crush on my best friend Brian for years. That's why I desperately wanted to be his girlfriend. But there was one problem, and that was Sarah. She was an absolute hoe, and always wore crop tops and miniskirts to school.
Only wore crop tops and miniskirts to school. Okay, Sarah, let me introduce you to something called school dress code.
When Brian and I had a private conversation, she would often come over to us, stick her breasts out, and talk like a dumb little girl. Brian, I forgot my lunch money. Can I borrow some of yours? Well, Brian is a nice guy, so he gave her $2. But then she hugged him right in front of me, pressing her breast against his body. Of course, I wanted to strangle her.
That's how we're gonna start?
Everyone knew that Brian and I were almost in a relationship, so she was openly trying to steal him away from me. The next day, I was on my way home from school when my skin started to prickle. I looked at my arm and noticed that it was completely red. I got so scared that I took a rest, but the prickling slowly turned into such an intense pain that I ended up screaming and jumping like someone had set me on fire. Luckily, a policeman saw me and decided to take me to the hospital.
Just like that? This never happened to her before?
The first layer of my skin.
How did that even happen?
It was so disgusting. But then the doctor told me,
that is really disgusting.
Inform you that your skin has developed an extreme form of aquagenic urticaria.
Aquagenic urticaria.
Water allergy. Even small bits of water will cause an extreme allergic reaction to your skin. That's why your sweat almost killed you today. From now on, you can't shower or sweat anymore.
Okay, so she can't get healthy,
like a death
and she can't shower,
but the
so
worst
she doesn't
part
smell like
was that I couldn't go to school anymore to defend Brian from the hoe Sarah. I knew I had
That's the most important thing, guys, the hoe Sarah.
I waited until my skin had recovered, and then I immediately invited Brian over to my house, while my parents weren't home. When I opened the door for him, he was shocked to see how I was dressed. I was wearing nothing but a short bikini. And when we went to my room, I picked up a sock from the ground to show Brian my butt. But then came the hard part. I told him about my water allergy and how I couldn't clean myself with water anymore, and instead had to use powder. He didn't believe me at first, so I put a drop of water right on my breast. It slowly ran down into the bikini, and within 2 minutes, a rash had formed. I asked him if he still liked me despite my condition, and he said, "Of course I do." Well, that's what I wanted to hear. So I pushed him on my bed and sat on top of him. I asked, "Did you ever kiss a girl?" And he responded, "Of course." I said, "Well, I've never kissed a boy before." He didn't respond. I guess he was too nervous? So I took the next step and went down to kiss him. I can't tell you what happened next, but I'm sure he had a good time.
Your virgin eyes, people.
When our date was over, I gave him one last hug and said, "Wow, you are absolutely amazing. You can always come by at night when my parents are asleep." You see, I was willing to do anything to make him my boyfriend. Did I feel like a hoe? Yes. However, my plan had failed.
Yeah, I feel like a big hoe. What you gonna do about it, huh?
The next week, I saw that she had posted a photo of herself eating ice cream with Brian. Of course, I was furious, and I knew I had to act fast. So I invited Brian over to my house again. And this time, I made sure he had an even better time. I had bought myself a revealing bunny lingerie costume, and we did all kinds of things together. At one point, I sat on his lap and asked, "Are we in a relationship now?" He responded, "I do like you a lot, but I'm not ready for something serious." Ouch. That was not what I had wanted to hear.
Oh, wait, hang on. I like this, sort of, a little bit so far. I like how she's trying so hard to win this guy's heart. But what does this and the holy mother of frick have to do with being allergic to sweat? I'm genuinely curious on how your sweaty ass has an allergy to endorphins. What does this have to do? What does this have to do with anything? What? You buy yourself a revealing maid bunny costume, and then you titled it. That's almost like saying I'm allergic to water. But and I'm talking about my boyfriend. I just saw the video like, oh yeah, I just saw the video like, oh, I have a huge crush on this one guy. But the thing is, I'm allergic to water, and here's my story. But I'm not gonna tell you about my allergy. I'm here to tell you about my love story. Like, what? Who wants to hear about this? We clicked on the video because it's titled "Allergic to Water," not how I won my crush over to this other girl. Like, who wants to hear that? Who? Do you?
I said, "Come on, please. You know I love you so much." And he responded, "Okay, I'll think about it."
Okay,
However,
baby.
the next day,
Let me see my
Sarah
other
came to
photo.
my house. She smirked and said, "I saw what you did with Brian yesterday. In fact, I've recorded you two through the window on my smartphone. I wonder
That's
what
illegal.
your parents are gonna do if they find out that their daughter
That's so
is a
illegal.
naughty little girl." Oh, damn it. I knew my parents were gonna kill me. Sarah continued, "I want you to break off all contact with Brian, or I will show your parents the video."
Blackmail
I held back
now?
my tears and only said,
Really?
"Okay, he's yours." Honestly, I had no choice. My parents were so strict that if they saw me naked doing dirty things with Brian, I'm sure they'd kick me out on the streets. So I wrote Brian one last message saying, "Hey, this between us won't work out. I want to move on." When Brian responded, "Oh, okay," with a sad smiley, I started crying uncontrollably, even though my tears caused rashes all the way down my face. I really thought my life was over.
Life.
But then
over.
Brian knocked on my window. Gosh, this was
Why are you
so
knocking like that?
romantic.
Like you're the
And
goddamn
when I
police.
opened it, he was looking as handsome as always. He said, "Hey, it's okay if you don't want to see me again, but I need to know
What are you,
why."
Miles Morales?
I couldn't hold back anymore and said, "Of course I still want to see you. I love you more than anything else." Brian asked, "So why did you send me that text?" That's when I told him how the hoe, Sarah, had filmed us last night. And that
I
she
like
was
how she
extorting
keeps
me with the
calling her
video.
the hoe, Sarah.
Brian said, "Yeah, that sounds just like her. But I'm gonna move into my own apartment next week. If you want, you can move in with me. Then you're far away from your parents."
Oh, okay.
I said, "You want me to live with you?" And he responded, "Yes, I would love to do that. But there is one condition. I will continue to see other girls, because I'm ready to be in an exclusive relationship with you for the rest of my life. And
Okay, this that makes
I
sense.
will also continue to see Sarah." Of
Oh,
course, I
damn!
preferred to have Brian all for myself, but I loved him so much that I was willing to compromise. 1 week later, I moved in with him. But just the next day, Sarah came by. She was dressed as always, wearing a super short dress, looking like a hoe. She said to me,
Looking like a
"Hey,
ho
sweetie,"
ho, looking
and I
like a big
responded,
hoe.
"Oh, you must be tonight's guest." We all
'Cause these
sat down on
hoes
the
ain't
couch
loyal.
with Brian in the middle between us. We were watching a movie, but I couldn't enjoy it. The hoe was constantly cuddling herself against Brian. 20
Brian,
minutes
I
into the
swear
movie,
you got like
she
this,
even
bro.
sat down on his lap and made out with him. If that wasn't bad
Brian,
enough,
funny?
Brian took my hand and put it on her leg while kissing her. And that's just how the night started. The next morning, the hoe was gone. But I got an SMS from my dad, which said, "We found a USB stick with a video of you and some guy. You need to come back home now."
You sin!
But
What
I
is he,
didn't
a
care what my
priest?
parents thought of me. I had Brian, and he was all I needed. Life was good. Well, at least until he told me that Sarah was gonna move in with us for 2 weeks because her parents had kicked her out.
Brian, you are giving me a headache, bro.
But if she stays for more than 2 weeks, I'm gonna move out again. The first night sleeping in the same bed as Sarah was terrible. She complained,
Only the first night?
"Why is the air conditioner so strong? I'm freezing in here." Then Brian explained to her that I was allergic to my own sweat, so we needed to keep it cool. Of course, she started giggling and said,
The anime
"Really?
thing.
So how do you take a shower?" I said, "I don't take showers. I clean myself with powder." That's when she bursted out laughing and said, "Oh, that's why you smell so bad."
What is this animation
I
like
hated
for real?
And the next morning she woke me up, screaming, "Oh no, she peed herself." I looked down, and indeed, my pants were wet. Sarah must have spilled a glass of water over me. I immediately rubbed it dry with the bedsheet, but it was too late. Both my legs were completely covered in rashes, and I cried out of pain. Once I felt better, I
Why would you
confronted
do
Sarah,
that?
but she denied everything and said, "You know me, I would never do that to you."
Yeah, I do know
realized I
you,
couldn't let her get
and I know
away
you
with
would do
this.
that.
So I decided to secretly film her and Brian loving
What you talking
each other.
about?
I thought I could
Loving each
extort her,
other.
just
Yeah,
like she had
that's
extorted
family
me.
friendly. They were
But when I
loving
showed
each
her the
other a
video,
long
She
time.
only responded, "Wow, I look great. I'm sure my daddy would be proud of me."
Ew!
She was such
What,
a
is
hoe
this
that she
Alabama?
didn't care about her reputation at all. So I knew I had to do something even more extreme to get revenge on her. But it was too late, and she beat me to the punch. She made Brian and I sit down on the couch and said, "I have some wonderful news to share with you."
Oh, no.
gosh. I knew this meant trouble, but I still wasn't prepared for what happened next.
What's
She
Peppa
pulled
Pig?
out a
Oh, she's
pregnancy
pregnant!
test and screamed, "I'm pregnant! I'm pregnant!" My heart dropped because I knew it was over between Brian and me. There was no way I'd help him raise Sarah's child. He freaked out too, screaming, "You camel! You got pregnant on purpose!" But I had enough of this insanity. I said, "Congratulations, Sarah. He's yours." And then I took my stuff and left. Going back home wasn't easy, though. My dad was still furious about the video of me and Brian. He shamed
I mean,
me
yeah,
for
that makes
hours,
sense because
saying a
if you-
promiscuous girl
your
like
father
me
saw
would never
your daughter
find a
doing
husband.
something dirty. Ew.
He said guys
Ugh.
would just pass me around. Of course, I felt ashamed of myself, but I responded, "Dad, I made a mistake. I get it. But I'm also 18 years old and not a child
You're only
anymore."
18?
Then he opened his laptop and started playing Sarah's video of me and Brian doing dirty things.
Why would
I
you do that,
quickly had
Dad?
enough, closed the laptop and said,
No, Dad, we need to
"You
talk
don't want to support
about proper
me?
daddy."
Fine, I'm gonna leave again." I actually didn't mean it. But my dad responded, "Fine, go leave us and meet some guy. That's what you're best at." Wow. I left the house and sat down on the stairs for a moment. What was I supposed to do now? I had no idea. But when I checked my smartphone, I saw a message from Brian. It said, "She is not pregnant." Sarah was only faking it. I just kicked her out, and I want you to
Wait,
come back.
wait.
I love you, and
Let
I
me go
promise
back.
not.
I want to see what this text message says. She's not pregnant. Sarah was only faking it. I just tipped her out. Yeah. But hold on. It says something else. My loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. Did he send her the lyrics to Britney Spears' "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time"? What? Why? Why would you add that in? Share my story. Was it just to made it seem longer and make people think that they wouldn't pause and read this? I don't know, but let's finish this. It's almost over.
She is not pregnant. Sarah was only faking it. I just kicked her out, and I want you to come back.
All right, cool. Let me do
I
5.
love you,
Well,
and I
pow!
promise not to see any other girls anymore.
Dang. Just ends like that. All right. So yeah, we just watched a video about a girl who was allergic to sweat. But I think we just saw one of the most awkward love stories to ever be imagined. Yeah, at this point, I think I would rather watch Jack and Jill. Yeah, no, what was even the point of titling that? You might as well just sit. You might as well just titled it. I defended my best friend, who was actually my crush, from on this hoe, and then bam, upload it. But I'm pretty sure that thanks to YouTube's algorithm, that wouldn't help. I'm getting views. So what they did was just title it "I'm allergic to sweat." So yeah, that basically describes YouTube's algorithm pretty perfectly. I mean, I don't really know what to expect from this video. I mean, maybe one day she just messed around with Brian a little too much, and then she got really sweaty and died. But instead, we just got some corny ass story ever told in the history of mankind. But whatever. We're gonna be taking a look at one more video by Share My Story. So let's get into this. Alright guys, so since the last story was pretty freaking whack, we're gonna be taking a look at one more video from Share My Story, and it is called "I Am Breastfed." At 16, my man is about to get his driver's license, and the fact that this makes this any weirder is that I'm 16, and the even weirder thing is that this dude looks like me. So I'm praying that this dude's name is not Reed. Please don't be named Reed. Please don't be named Reed. Yeah, we're gonna see why this dude still sucks on his mom's tits at 16 years old. So yeah, let's just get this over with. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Hey, I'm Chris, and I've always been.
What are you doing? His name is
with
Chris.
My mom. I guess it's because my dad left us when I was a baby. Ever since, our favorite
plot twist, he has to breastfeed because his dad never came back with the milk.
I was shocked and started crying because I loved drinking my mom's milk.
What the
It tastes
heck,
much
bro?
better than cow milk. Because even though it starts off a bit watery, after a few seconds it gets really creamy. Yum!
Whoa,
That's why
what
I
is
told her
creepy,
I
bro?
would never
Stop
stop
it!
drinking her milk. And to this day, every morning and every evening, my mom comes into my room to breastfeed me. I guess the only weird thing is that I'm 16.
The only weird
I
thing?
didn't know it was strange to be breastfed as a teenager because my mom homeschooled me until 8th grade. After that, I went to a public school, and when I asked one of my classmates if he'd rather drink milk from a cow or from his mom, he started laughing because he thought I was making a joke.
Yeah, for real.
I don't think it's something to laugh about. I mean, what's wrong about being breastfed as a teenager? It tastes amazing.
Bro, are you really doing it as a list on why sucking your mom's boobs are beneficial? You know, I'll suck your mom's boobs if I needed strong immunity, lower risk of allergies and sickness, optimal brain development. Oh yeah, give me that TD right now.
There are lots of health benefits, and I have a really close relationship with my mom because of it. The only thing I wish is that my mom was less overprotective and less involved in my life. I often feel like I'm living in a bubble. Like, she won't let me play soccer with my classmates because she is worried about me being injured. And when I meet up with friends at a mall, she wears a wig and follows us wherever we go to make sure I'm safe. It's super annoying, but
fake ass
most of the
wig.
time, she doesn't allow me to go outside at all. She says it's for my own safety, but I think she's just jealous when I'm hanging out with my friends because she doesn't have any friends herself.
Ooh,
And if I should ever get a
cold-blooded.
girlfriend, my mom would probably go crazy and try
Is
to
that
destroy our
is that a painting of
relationship,
handsome
because
word?
I don't think she could handle sharing her son with another woman.
Man.
But isn't it a normal part of life to become independent of your parents?
Oh
To
yeah.
move out and start your own life and your own family?
Yeah.
Well, I know it will break my mom's heart, but as soon as I go to college, I will move out of her place. I haven't told her yet, but I already made the decision. Her style of parenting already made me become the weird kid in school. Because whenever something happens that I don't like, I just start crying or screaming.
It's because of the breast milk, dude.
but I can't help it.
Your mom
My
made you think
emotions just take
that
over.
you're
Like
still
one time a classmate of mine took a potato from my plate
an infant.
and ate it. He knew I would get upset about it, but he probably didn't expect what I did next. I got so mad that I threw the rest of my plate into his face, and then I started screaming as loud as I could in the middle of our cafeteria. It took me a few seconds to realize that I had embarrassed myself in front of my whole school.
Okay, so let me just do a quick recap on what just happened right there. So he was just chilling, eating his lunch that he just bought, and then this kid walks up, takes one of his potatoes and eats it right in front of him, and so the way he reacts, he picks up his tray with the rest of his lunch and throws it at his face, and then he just starts going Super Saiyan. He starts screaming, like, yeah, that makes sense.
It was the most pathetic moment in my life. And now everybody thinks that I'm a complete weirdo. I actually blame my mom for me being so immature. She homeschooled me until I was 14, and I never had any other kids to play with, so I never learned the rules of how to interact with other people. I guess she is scared of losing me and wants me to stay mature,
that is not
so
right.
that I'll never move out of her home. That's why I recently told her I wanted to join the military
That's not
once
right.
I turned 18. I was just joking, but she almost had a heart attack and started begging me not to do it. She said it's too dangerous for a little boy like me. I got angry and wanted to tell her I'm not a little boy anymore, but then she offered me to play hide and seek again, just like in the old times. It's a game where my mom hides somewhere inside our house.
I know how
once
hide and
find
seek
her,
works,
I
dude.
can drink her milk as a reward.
Bro, are you serious? They're playing hide and go suck my tea? Really? Oh my god, this freaking kid, dude. He's so surprised that people are making fun of him at school, but he playing hide and go suck my titties with his mama. With his mom. Dude is 16 years old, and he's playing hide and go tea with his mom. What is wrong with this kid, dude?
We hadn't played this game in years,
Ugh.
so I got really excited, and we ended up playing for hours. It felt so good and comforting.
That's your mom.
But afterward, I realized my mom had tricked me.
Ah, if I drowned in that table, mom, give me those titties.
Part of her selfish plan to keep me immature. Anyways, for the next 10 years, I will continue to
Oh my
live
God.
with my mom, and I'm not planning to stop breastfeeding anytime soon. I
Don't
simply
show
enjoy
that.
it too much. But I do know that at some point, I need to grow up and become independent of my mom. Because right now, I'm a pathetic weasel that can't even take care of himself.
Pathetic weasel.
So if I ever want to
That's
have
an
a wife and
understatement.
kids, I first need to become a mature and reliable man. Anyways, thank you for listening to my story, and please subscribe to this channel.
I agree, guys. Go subscribe to share my story. On the post ridiculous, but so funny that but so ridiculous that it's funny stories. As always, I will leave the original videos and the original channel link in the description below. So go check them out. If you want to laugh, just go check it out, share my story. But with all that being said, guys, that's gonna wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought. What other videos I should react to? Tag that with hashtag Happy New Year's. Let's see if we can get this video to 3 likes, guys. That would be awesome. Also, make sure to click the bell notification, the bell icon to get notified every time I upload a new video. With all that being said, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Deuces.